I got a text and it says, Alexa, need help, boat's flooding. And now it won't come back up. Detector was giving me a red alarm.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us, and if you're new, welcome aboard. Let me introduce our crew. This is Captain Pat. I'm Alexa, and this is the floofiest fluff, Gilligan the Fat Boat Cat. We've lived aboard 3 different Nordhavns over the past 8.5 years, spending 7 of those years here in Pacific Mexico. We're currently north of Puerto Vallarta on our 57-foot Nordhavn Noeta with no ETA. Hey everyone, and thanks for checking today's video out. Today's video is a compilation of kind of things over the last couple weeks. Nothing quite as serious as the last episode, but everything from some propane issues, using the 3D printer a little bit this week, and a neighbor's flooding boat. So check it out.
One of the realities of living on board is propane usage, and it always seems to go out, well, when you try to use it and it's not there and you're trying to make dinner. So propane's out right now, and I'm gonna go see if I can replace it. We have a spare. I don't know how much is in the spare because this boat is still new to us, but this will be the first time I'm replacing it, or that we're replacing it, I guess, in the almost 12 months we've had this boat. So that's pretty good. But logistics of living aboard, you have to monitor your propane usage. All right, so this is our propane locker. It has propane and the spare, assuming there's any in the spare. So I'm gonna take that one out, put that one in, and see if I'm making dinner on the stovetop. Interestingly, on the gauges, so the one on the right says there's a little over 50 left. That's the one I've got on right now, so, but it's empty. It's definitely not putting anything out. One on the left doesn't quite look full, but it has more than the one on the right. So I'm gonna switch these out once I go find whatever I need to take that off. All right, I'm just gonna try this. I'm sure people are screaming at me to use a different tool, but Pat's out of town and I've got to get this changed, or I am not boiling water tonight. So let's see if we can get it off. I don't know how long it's been on there. Oh, I think I'm breaking it loose. I did turn it off at the breaker. Don't know if I needed to, but just good practice, I think. Learned that the hard way with other things. So the propane fuse is off. Let me know in the comments if I needed to or not. It is coming off. Sweet. Pretty sure I can just bring it on over here and put it in that one. Let's try it. Well, what I just realized is connecting that, and I needed to disconnect it so I can go fill it, but you probably already noticed this. There's a switch there, and this one appears to already be hooked in. So I've never had one like this, but I'm guessing that just switches over. Let's try it. Huh. All right, well, let's go see if I can cook. I think we have refill on Thursdays, which is tomorrow. So I'm gonna hoist that up to the office and see about getting that refilled. Okay, if that was that easy, that's lovely. Oh my God, boats. So I just wanted to get this one out, but it turns out physically, this one can't come out unless this one comes out. And this one, I was so excited because it's already connected. It does look like I probably need to open the top of it, but so now I have to disconnect the other one to get this one out. I mean, seriously. I did think it was a nice system. All right, taking out the one that I think is full. It's not very heavy though, so I don't know what all is. I don't know. Maybe I had them backwards. This one is heavier, but it showed mostly empty. Okay, that feels, oh my God. That one's definitely heavier. Okay. I think I just need to hook this one back in. This was not the empty one, but the nozzle was closed on this one. Okay, so this one's empty. I'll take that to get filled. This one is the spare, and therefore I'm gonna put this back in and hook it back up, and I should have hot water on the stovetop. I think it's too heavy. Yeah, this one still has that. It was reading 50 because the nozzle wasn't open. Stupid. I hate it when it's stupid. Okay. I do like this propane locker. Each one of these guys has a ring at the bottom, and there's a hole in the bottom of the propane locker for that ring, so they're nice and sturdy. Okay, time to hook this one back up, at least so I can make dinner. Okay, I got this bad boy hooked back up, opened up the tank, and it's reading 180 psig. Lexa's gonna have to go do some research to see what that means, and also to see what should it read for this size tank, because we've never had this size of tank before. So let's go try and turn on the stovetop. And I did it before the rain started. So behind the oven here, we have a propane fume detector, and when I went to go light my stove, it wouldn't, and that detector was giving me a red alarm. So I went back outside, and sure enough, the propane tank or the hoses or something were doing all sorts of leaking. I could smell it when I opened the door, and that was after I turned the breaker back on and turned the system on here. But what I'm glad to know is that this sniffer system for the propane works. It said, nope, we're not going to send propane into the boat because we are sniffing propane out there. And so now I'm nervous to play with it anymore. There may be a leak in a hose. It could be human error and I wasn't tightening it enough. But now I'm just not going to have pasta for dinner. So Pat gets home in a couple days. We'll play with it together. But propane makes me a little nervous. You know, it's flammable. So I'll at least go get the empty tank filled and we can go from there. So there's more to this story, but hopefully human error, I screwed up or something would be good. Anyway, stay tuned.
Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Walking to the airport for my crash pad. Have a Ziwant Neo turn today, so I fly from LA down to Ziwant Neo and then back up to LA where I'll spend the night. And then tomorrow I get to go to Kona, Hawaii. So not a bad sequence. Yeah, that's about it. That's what Pat's doing right now. Thanks, guys. All right, sitting in the airplane. I have to make notes because I can't remember. Getting old, I guess. But here's the notes going down to Ziwant now. Minimum fuel, what we're going to take off at, fuel burn, fuel to the alternates. So I'm really tempted to just go to PVR immediately. That would probably make a lot of people unhappy, but here we are. This is Max 8. Our newer airplanes, and not such a great view. There's at the gate in LAX. All right, so not all the flying sucks. I'm in Kona right now. It's 8 in the morning, so it's almost, I think it's just a little after 12 at home on the boat. But yeah, here's our hotel. It's an outrigger just south of Kona. But yeah, it's fun, a little walking path right now, but this is the view. Behind me over here, you can see they've got all these, I don't know what you call them, feral goats. They're wild and they go out and you find them out in the hills. But these guys are in a cage, so I don't know what they're doing with them. if they're trying to remove them, or I don't know. But yeah, this is not all the flying sucks. Yeah, there's the hotel. So, guys, be good. Like and subscribe. Right, Lex? And so, this is interesting. On the big island here, those are mongoose. And years ago, 1800s or something, when they started doing sugarcane here, one of the guys, thought they would put mongoose on the island to eat the rats that came aboard all the ships as they were, quote, discovering the Hawaiian Islands. So they put the mongoose on the island to eat the rats. The only problem is the rats are nocturnal and the mongoose are, I don't know, dayturnal? I don't know what the name is for that, but they're up during the day and the rats are at night. So they never really quite meet each other. Didn't solve the problem, but now they have mongoose everywhere.
All right, so Pat's in town. We got the bottle filled, so I now have a propane tank that is full. And hopefully it's full. It's heavy. So we're going to put it on the side that it came out of, because that side was working before I dismantled everything. But then we may also test the left side, which is the one that was hissing and set off my alarm the other day. So
Propane alarm, which now we know works.
right, exactly. So that's
great.
That's a good tool to test, I guess. Anyway, let's see what we got. Okay, so Pat is now checking the one that was alarming when I was in there the other day. You see anything?
This one is full. That other one.
He's got soapy water on it. Trying to see if propane is coming out.
Full. This one.
So I've got them both attached. He's put in the one on the left, same way I did, and now it doesn't appear to be leaking gas or propane.
But we know the sniffer works.
Sniffer works. That's good. Which is good. So now I'm going to use my stovetop.
See if it lights.
And we'll see if it lights. I just turned the breaker on. They were flashing, and now they're solid green. I'm going to turn this on. This time it's green, so that's a good start. Let's try to turn on one of the burners. Okay, well, we have propane, so that's good.
It's a forward-looking sonar. Actually, it's 360. It can go up and down. It can go lateral. Right now, I've got it just almost straight out, and you're seeing the keel of the sailboat and that boat in front of us right now.
So we were trying to show off our sonar, 22-year-old sonar. Dropped it down to show it for our boat tour video, and now it won't come back up. So this is one of those, it's such an old piece of equipment that there's not going to be anyone that knows what to do. So Pat is trying to manually retract it right now. And then I don't know what we're going to try to do from there, but I'm going to at least try and bring it up because it makes cruising that much better. Okay, so Pat just finished.
There's two proximity switches. Mm-hmm. One at the very bottom. Mm-hmm. So when it's down, it tells it that this is the sonar. And there. But there's a proximity switch at the very bottom. It tells it that it's fully deployed. And then there was one at the very top. I just tapped it with my finger and it retracted.
So it was stuck somehow.
It was stuck, saying that it was all the way up.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't.
We knew it wasn't.
Okay.
Well, lesson learned. That's true. It's still not easy.
No, it's not graceful.
This is payback for all the filming when I was down there. So this week's 3D print is very tall. that is 2 pieces that will glue together, and then it's going to be a vent for our air conditioner. Here, I'll show you where. So we have this vent over here that blows straight this way, and we want it to blow that direction, towards the bed. This way it just, this vent just blows into the bathroom. So we're gonna hopefully put it over there and direct the airflow that way. So hopefully this works and I've got my measurements right, and we'll have, put those 2 pieces together to direct the air. Printing boat parts in paradise. You guys, it works great. So I haven't glued it together yet, but I will. But it directs all the air this way, which is what we wanted it to do. I don't know that it's stunning or beautiful or anything, but it definitely serves a purpose. Kind of cool. Okay, well, this just had a scary afternoon, sort of. I got a text from a friend of ours who's at the marina here, and it says, Alexa, need help, boat's flooding, we need somebody. And this couple is the most amazing couple that's cruised all over the world, and they're getting up there, 82, 84 years old, but they're by themselves on their boat. But they sent this whole call and said, I need help. So I run over there because it took me a minute to get the text, unfortunately. By the time I got there, they'd gotten security there who had a crash pump, so they were pumping water overboard, but it was above the floorboards in the galley, and the husband, he's been ill lately, in and out of the hospital, so he's not able to do much. It was just really scary. But what was amazing is 6 or 7 of us showed up at once and immediately started troubleshooting. You had a lot of great ideas. We called the diver in, they had done some bottom cleaning this morning, actually, and he jumped in his car from another town, and he was heading in to see if something happened with the through hole. But then she mentioned that she had been filling water with the hose, and the tank wasn't getting filled. And so then we're like, somebody taste the water. Is it fresh water? Is it salt water? And sure enough, it was fresh water. So they're getting it pumped out. It's fresh water, but anybody who has been on a boat knows that fresh water is a good problem because it's not coming from down below. So then again, these are older folks. They don't get around so well. She said she had heard it coming from the aft starboard side, so I went digging around in there, assuming it's plumbing, because it would have had to be in a big hose or something that came off. And sure enough, found a big 1-inch hose that had come off of the water maker. I'm thinking it was the freshwater flush part of the water maker. This whole place was flooded, we thought, with salt water. But I found the leak, so it's okay. Putting it all back together now. And it had one hose clamp, and it was just loose. Hadn't broken, but it was loose, and the hose had just fallen off pressure or whatever. And so then immediately somebody else goes to get me a couple of good hose clamps and a screwdriver and some plumber's tape, and I got 2 clamps on it. I don't think it's something anybody would have paid me for, but I did get them on, and then we did test it. We put waters back in the tank because it had all drained all over the boat. Got the boat cleaned up. Everybody said, okay, we're okay. And but what they noticed and what we noticed is the community that you have when you're in this cruising world. Granted, we're at a marina, but even if you were in an Anchorage and you did an all-call at VHF, boaters are never alone. You've got people, and people with different skill sets or with the tools. I mean, 4 people showed up with bungs, which are the squishy things that you shove into a hole in case there's a leak. So people showed up with all sorts of stuff. Somebody was bringing an extra bilge pump. It just really reminds you that this is a strong community, and never to take that for granted. So appreciate being a part of it. I'm glad they're not sinking. And their floors are very clean now. They were very grateful. Learned to do hose clamps on this boat because we've replaced all the hose clamps. Well, actually, the last boat we did some too, but I I do know the importance of having them, oftentimes having 2 of them, and facing different directions. So I'm learning, but every time something like this comes up, it makes me go, okay, I'm here alone by myself a lot, and if I did an all call, people would come and they would be here if it's something I couldn't handle on my own. So grateful to be in this community.
All right, guys, if you've made it this far, thanks for checking us out. Everything worked out just fine in the end. Propane is hooked up. Looks like it was human error. Our friend's boat, their floor is clean and they're doing fine. And the AC is blowing where it's supposed to. The sonar is back in position, and Gilligan needs a nap. And we're gonna clean up that sonar tube a little bit. So we're gonna call this a win. Don't forget, everyone, like and subscribe. Share this channel with other folks, and definitely leave us a comment. Let us know what you'd like to see in the future. Thanks for watching.